Hi everyone, welcome back to my weekly YouTube readings based on your star sign. It's your free energy readings for your week ahead. So the readings we're doing for this week take us from Monday the 11th of May to Sunday the 17th of May. Okay, we always do these starting with the star sign we're in now, which is Taurus. That's where we're going to start. But before we do, the two crystals I've chosen today at random is I've chosen a Kambala Jasper. Now, Kambala Jasper is actually green, which means it resonates with your heart chakra, which is all your emotions. It just by carrying this around, it strengthens friendships through everything everybody's been going through, especially in the last 8 weeks. You're kind of realizing who is there for you and who's not. And that's not to say that some people can't be there for you because obviously restrictions are in place. But even just on a verbal support, you know, it's saying that at this point now you're actually realizing who you can count on and who you can rely on. Okay, so it reduces fear, a Kambala Jasper, and it also increases your feelings of self-worth. And this is because the friendships that you have maintained and strengthened during this crisis period is kind of letting you know you're worthy enough for people to still be in your life. Okay. The second one I chose randomly is a red wine jasper. I don't know if you can see the colour there. It's like a real rich claret colour. And it's a jasper, so it's a protection of your energies. And what this does is it gives you strength, energy, willpower, stamina, enthusiasm, and also it enables you to move forward in your life and overcome the obstacles that have been placed in your way. So it's a lovely combination there between confidence, empowerment and energy, and releasing emotions and really realizing how much your self-worth is. Okay, so we're going to start off with Taurus with the cards. So for Taurus, we're going to start off with the tarot cards. So I do these the same as I do every week. I shuffle the cards, and the cards that need to be read poke out or fling out, or they definitely let themselves be known. Okay, we got 4 coming out. We got 4 coming out for Taurus. So Taurus for the week ahead. First of all, like the red wine jasper crystal showed, is you've got it's your base chakra, firm foundation. And what they're saying is these mountains, these obstacles that were in front of you are not as big as what you first thought. Okay, so with the healing properties of the red wine jasper, they're saying to you, stand tall, nice strong backbone, stand up tall, and that mountain that's in front of you, that obstacle, is suddenly not as big as what you thought, because you stand taller, you're higher. When you're higher, you're kind of seeing just over the top of the peak of the mountain. Okay, so it's all about confidence. It's also about declutter, and they're saying that if you haven't done so already, now's the time to declutter. Get rid of things, people, objects that serve you no purpose. I know that sounds really brutal and harsh, but it's just saying if someone's draining your energy and they're not really putting any positive input into your life, why are they there? But also for objects, if you've got items that you haven't used for the last 18 months, you don't need them. Never mind hanging on to things thinking, well, I might need it. If you haven't in the last 18 months, chances are you're not going to need it. So declutter. Okay. Next card out for you is emotional withdrawal, and what this card is showing is they're saying the colours are draining from them. So what they're saying here is for Taurus, there's far too many people draining your energy at the moment. Okay, and when I said to you at the start about getting rid of people that serve you no purpose, just kind of gently nudging them out of your circle. Okay, they're not saying ignore them. They're just saying just start giving less of your time and energy to people that are draining you. Okay, so it's put this emotional bubble around you to stop you from feeling their negative energy. Okay, so we got obstacles and challenges, which is like what we said at the start with the mountain, but the obstacles and challenges they're not brick walls. Okay, when you stand tall, it's not a massive mountain than what you first thought. So these obstacles and challenges, step over, go around, go underneath, find other ways. Time to try new approaches. So for you Taurus out there this week, time to try a new approach. What is it that you want to achieve, and how can you achieve it? Instead of what do I want to achieve but I can't. Okay, and your fourth and final card that's come out for you is your Destiny card. Now, when the Destiny card comes out, it's saying that you Taurus, right now you're destined for better. You're destined for far more than what you're actually believing you were able to achieve. Okay, so this is a bit of a shake-up and a wake-up call for Taurus this week to say, realise your self-worth, realise what you can achieve, and then just figure out how you're going to get there. But for the people that are not encouraging your journey forward, start giving them less and less of your time. Okay, so that's for Taurus. So next up is Gemini. So Gemini, we're going to go with Archangel Michael. I never read the same cards twice. I might read from the same pack, but once the cards have come out, they go off to the side and they don't get pulled again for our weekly energy reading. Okay, so for Gemini, we got the Decider card. It's saying to you, it's time to decide to be happy now. Okay, so never mind, oh, I'm going to see how things go, or we'll give it a few more weeks, or give it a few more months, especially in matters of the heart, especially in matters of love. They're saying, you know, it's not a rehearsal, so if you're happy, then be happy now. But if you're not happy now, then the chances are the situation you're in isn't going to improve too much. So what they're saying to you is, stop waiting, stop wasting your time waiting for something that in your heart of hearts you already know isn't working out the way you want it to. So what they're saying is, you know, accept things the way they are, but stop letting it have an impact on your happiness. Okay, you can. There's a saying, and it says if you can't control a situation, but yet you can control how a situation affects you. Okay, so they're just, in this case here, it's saying, you know, concentrate on what you can control. And what you can control is whether you're happy now or not. Okay? And next one out is spend more time outdoors. For Gemini, you're feeling a bit suffocated at the moment. People are starting to irritate you. Situations are irritating you. When you're stuck in four walls, you feel really like claustrophobic and need to get out. And you're overthinking far too much. So what they're saying is, before you make any decisions, take yourself outside. Okay? Even if it's out on the back doorstep. Greenery is better. If you can find a patch of grass or a bush, it's fantastic. Greenery is better, but you just need to get yourself out of four walls. Okay, so for Gemini, that's your reading for the week ahead. Okay, so for Cancer, Cancer, we're going to go with the animal guides. Oh, quite a lot wanted to fling out then. Okay, so for Cancer, first of all, you got the emu. The emu is saying that now is a good time to go on a new adventure. So now is a perfect time for all you Cancerians to start putting your ideas into play. Okay, you've got a lot of creative ideas running through your veins right now, and they're saying to you, what's stopping you, what's holding you back. Okay, your next card out is accept the situation for what it is rather than trying to change the course of events. Now the Manatee is coming in and it's saying that there's something going on in your life at the moment. It's not your issue, it's somebody else's issue, but you're in a situation where, okay, do I stay and I work through this situation, or and hopefully it'll change, or do I actually say no, I'm going to change how I deal with this situation and I'm going to walk away from it, or I'm going to accept it because I can't change it. So what they're saying here is, a situation you're in, you can't change it because it's not your issue, it's somebody else's. Okay, but you have got the choice as to whether you stay or whether you leave. Do you put up with it or do you walk away from it? That choice is yours, and your guides will never tell you what choice to make, but they will also always give you enough insight to know what the best decision is for you. Okay. And your next card out is the Chameleon. Now the Chameleon, this card is very, very green and blue. So that's between your throat chakra and your heart chakra. So it's all to do with communication and communicating your emotions. So what you're feeling emotionally, you need to start talking about it, okay? Because for you Cancerians lately, you seem to be keeping a lot of things locked up, a lot of thoughts locked up. Especially when it comes to situations that you can't change. And it just says here, just blend in the background, like the Chameleon, blend in the background and watch and observe. okay? And do that before you make your mark, before you make a decision as to whether you're going to stay or go in this situation, okay? So that's for Cancer. Okay, next up is Leo. So for Leo, we're going to go with the Goddess cards. Okay. Oh, these have come out quite quickly. Oh, nice. Okay. So for Leo, first of all, you got the card of transformation. Transformation is basically where the caterpillar thought that her life was over, and the following morning she turned into a beautiful butterfly. Okay, so what they're saying here is change, massive changes coming in, just at a time where you kind of think, well, you know, where am I going? There's opportunities coming in to change your life, change your circumstances, and we got new chapters to be written. Okay, so what they're saying to you is this following week ahead is you've got exciting new chapters coming in to be written. Okay, you've also got the blossoming card, and it says you're just getting started. Have patience with the process and do not give up. So what they're saying here, the blossoming card is saying to you, it falls in line with the new opportunities that are coming in, the new exciting adventures. And they're just saying to you, there's big change coming in, but don't give up on the process. So follow it through, be patient, because the process has started and there's wonderful things coming in and happening for you. Also for Leo is we got your emotion card, okay? You've got the cycles and rhythms card. And what this card says is honour the cycles and rhythms of your body, your emotions, your energy levels. If you feel tired, take a break, take a rest. If you feel emotional, let the tears out. You know, one very wise friend of mine always used to say that tears are sacred medicine, and that's something I stand by strongly. So yes, so they're just saying here, you know, let it out, let your emotions out, work with your emotions instead of trying to suppress them all the time, to think, no, I've got to be strong, I've got to be this, I've got to be that. They're saying to you, just go with the flow, because you've got a lot of pent-up frustration, a lot of pent-up emotions at the moment, and you don't want any of this affecting these wonderful new changes that are coming in, okay? So that's for Leo. Quite an exciting week ahead for you. Excuse me. Next up we got Virgo. So for Virgo we're going to go with the emotion cards. Okay. Okay. So for Virgo, for your week ahead, first of all we got the Innocence card. And what they're saying here is stop beating yourself up thinking that you're not doing a good job at something. There's a bit of a theme going on here with your cards, because you've got the Innocence card followed by the codependency card. And what they're saying here is that for many of you Virgos this coming week, there's decisions you're going to be making and changes you're going to be making in your life that's going to affect people close to you. And those people close to you are almost going to feel a sense of panic, feeling like they're losing you, feeling like your attention has gone somewhere else. And whether this is relationships or whether this is children or friends. But what they're saying here is we've got a bit of a jealousy card coming in. But the jealousy card, the envy card, is coming in from somebody close to you that feels like they're losing you. So it's like a panic for them. So what they're saying here is trust your intuition. Really work with your intuition on this. If you're a Virgo out there this coming week and you're making some decisions and you just feel like somebody close to you is maybe acting irrationally or a little bit moody, it's because they're panicking, they're thinking they're losing you. They're not losing you. You're just splitting your time between what works for them and what works for yourself. Okay, it's really important to still this Innocence card, it's really important to still take that time for you to follow your dreams and your ambitions and have that little bit of you time to do what you want to do, without worrying about upsetting people that you're always there for. Okay, so that's for Virgo. Okay, so next up is Libra. So for Libra we're going to go with the overall fortune cards. These are huge, absolutely massive cards, but they're lovely. Okay, so for Libra, first of all, you've got the World, and it's wonderful because it's saying to you, you've got a wealth of opportunities coming in for you this coming week. Okay, loads of opportunities, and they're saying to you, be open to all possibilities in all areas of your life this coming week. But your next card in is the Eagle. Now, first of all, you've got a little rainbow there, and the rainbow always comes in after a storm. So what they're saying to you is you're weathering the storm, and this coming week, it's like you're weathering the storm and you're coming out the other side. But the eagle is soaring high. When it soars high, it can see clearly what's down below. Okay, and what they're saying with these opportunities coming in, take a step back and look at the bigger picture before you make a decision about which pathway you want to take. Okay, you've got a lot of options coming up in the coming week. Okay, also you've got the love card as well. So this again is for Libra. It's wonderful because, to be fair, Libras, you've actually got a bit of the full package coming on this week, because you've got opportunities coming in all areas of your life, and then also you've got this lovely love card, which is saying that love surrounds you in all of your connections. So move confidently and positively forward in all areas of your life. So what they're saying to you is you've got a lot of opportunities and a lot of choices coming in. But like with the eagle, take a step back and weigh up the pros and cons, okay? You haven't got to jump in with a decision on anything anytime soon. They're just saying to you, just weigh up the pros and cons and choose an option that works for you, that makes you 100% happy, okay? Nice one there for Libra. Okay, so next up we got Scorpio. So for Scorpio, we're going to go with Archangel Michael. There we go. Okay, so a lot of your readings this week seem to be about making decisions and you know, kind of realization as to what situations have unfolded, really. So for your Scorpios, first of all, you've got time to admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. What they're saying here is, for a lot of you Scorpios out there, you already know how you feel about certain situations, about certain people, but you're not admitting it to yourself. It's almost like you're afraid to admit it to yourself, because if you do, it's a case of, God, now I've admitted that's not working out, what am I going to do about it? Or now I've admitted that that is working out, what am I going to do about it? So what they're just saying to you is, it's time for you to admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Make decisions based on how you feel. Okay, and your next card out is, it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. So when I said earlier about the decisions can swing either way, this is saying to you that for a lot of you Scorpios out there, this coming week, you're not in a healthy place at the moment mentally. So what they're saying to you is you need to make some very strong, serious decisions that will affect your future happiness. Okay, but what they're saying is the situation you're in at the moment isn't healthy. Your mindset isn't healthy at the moment. Okay, we have got a wonderful card coming in on your third one, which is saying that your homes and your loved ones are protected by angels. So what they're saying to you is your home, your loved ones are all safe. You're all safe and protected. This is about your thoughts, your thought process. Okay, so your thought process isn't healthy and needs reevaluating. Okay, but everybody else is safe and protected. So it's kind of saying to you, you know, you've got to sort this out for you, but just know that everybody around you is safe and protected. Okay, so that's for Scorpio. So quite a lot of thinking to do for Scorpios out there this week. Next up we got Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius, we're going to go with the animal guides. Oh, I'm flicking my cards everywhere. Oh, I was going to say they didn't want to come out. Okay, these are taking their time to come out today. Oh, there we are. Now we got 4. Okay. So I said they take forever to come out and then they all pile out together. All right, so first of all, you got the weasel. And it's saying to you, be silent, pay attention, and simply observe how you feel, what's going on around you. So it's saying, you know, pay attention to your gut feelings, your intuition, what's going on. Because when the weasel's coming out, it's just saying that when you actually stop and look and listen, you'll actually start listening more to intuition. So a lot more will come through to you to situations going on in your life at the moment. Okay? The next one out is the ladybird. I love it when the ladybird comes in. The message is saying, now is a time of good fortune and abundance. Be willing to receive all good things coming into your life. But the ladybird is very symbolic, because when the ladybird presents itself in your life, it's saying to you, the lifespan of a ladybird is very short. You're not going anywhere anytime soon. None of you are popping your clogs, you're okay. But what it's saying here is, life is too short to put things on hold for the never never, you know. It's like, or maybe I'll wait a couple of weeks and see how this goes, or I'll wait a couple of months and see how this goes. And what they're saying to you is, stop waiting. Okay, if something's meant to happen, it will happen. Stop waiting. Stop putting your life on hold, waiting for something to happen. Okay, leave that to your guides. Your guides will sort that out for you. And if something's meant to happen, they will most definitely bring something to you to sort of say, look, you know, bit of intuition here. You know, there's a clear sign for you. But what they're saying here, for it to come in for yours, is they're just saying to you, you know, stop putting your life on hold. You've got the communication card, the blue heron. And it's about confidence, but it's about talking about how you truly feel. And it's saying to you, make a stand for what you believe in, and do what feels right in spite of judgment or disapproval from others. What they're saying here, Sagittarius, is you're being a bit too nice. Okay, so if somebody upsets you, then tell them they upset you. Don't start with, well, I'm sorry you've upset me. They're saying to you, you know, you've got to stop being so nice, because being nice actually doesn't get you everywhere in life. Okay, and what they're saying here is, again, using your intuition, but if it's something you've got to say, then say it. By speaking your mind, it doesn't make you a horrible person. It just makes you somebody that's standing up for what you believe in is right. Okay, and next out is we got the honeybee. And the honeybee, it says, let compassion and forgiveness be top of the list of your priorities this coming week. However, with the honeybee, they're saying, stop being so busy that you're not taking time to stop and think about how you truly feel. Okay, it's all well and good suppressing emotions by being busy. But your guides are saying they want you to slow down a little bit, because they want you to think about your emotions and how you're feeling, and they want you to release emotions, you know, instead of keeping everything pent up. Because at the moment, they're saying to you, you're a bit like a ticking time bomb. Okay, got an awful lot of emotions all piled in there, and you haven't released it anywhere. So what they're saying is, you need to slow down, and you need to start gently releasing some of this pent up emotion before it hits you like an atom bomb and you just explode. Okay, so that's for Sagittarius. Okay, so next up is Capricorn. So for Capricorn, we're going to go back to the tarot cards. Okay, oh, lovely. Okay, so for Capricorn, first of all, you've got light at the end of the tunnel. It's a lovely card, really self-explanatory, and it's just saying that there is light at the end of the tunnel. We've also got a positive increase coming in coins. Okay, we got a shower of coins coming in, so finances are going to start improving with the coming week. But next to it is you've got disruption. But the fact that you've got light at the end of the tunnel, they're saying to you that this disruption isn't yours. It affects you. It's in your spread. So what they're saying here is, as you can see, the hands are tied. Okay, so when the hands are tied, what they're saying is it's somebody else's issue. It's not your issue. It affects you, but it can only affect you as much as you allow it to. But what they're saying here, as far as somebody else's issue around you is going, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And your next card out is positive movement forward. Two wonderful cards to flank a negative card. Okay, so what they're saying is there's somebody else's issue which you're struggling to deal with because you don't know how to. But what they're saying is positive movement forward. So the wind this coming week, the wind is coming in your sail and it's nudging you in the right direction. Okay, so hang on in there for you Capricorn out there. You know, any of you that's been going through a little bit of a difficult situation at the moment, it's all coming through, and it's coming through a lot clearer and a lot brighter. Okay, quite a nice one for Capricorn. Okay, next up is Aquarius. So for Aquarius, we're going to go with the unicorns. So these are on the mystical, magical side. Okay, so for Aquarius, is first of all, you've got a forgiveness card. It's time to let go of anger or blame. Now, Aquarius, the majority of you are wonderful, love everybody, okay? But they're saying here that there's some people from your past, and I don't feel like this is far in your past. I feel like this is relatively new in your past, that you're actually holding anger or blame. And they're saying to you, time to let go of it, okay? No one's to blame. You know, if two people don't get on or two people don't work out, then no one person is to blame. It's an incompatibility. Okay, if you went for a job and it was the wrong job for you, no one's to blame. It was an incompatibility. And this is the way you need to look at it. Stop blaming yourself for things that haven't worked out, and stop blaming other people for things that haven't worked out. What they're saying here is accept each person, including yourself, for the individuality that you are. Okay, and yeah, nobody's to blame. So whatever issues you've got that you've held on to from your past, maybe a grudge you've held against somebody in your past, they're just saying to you, let it go. Because you're allowing them to keep having control over you and your emotions if every time you think about that situation it causes you upset and grief. So, you know, whether this is a work setting, a friendship setting, social setting, or any relationship, whatever, any setting at all, they're just saying let go of anger or blame. Okay, now we got the curiosity card. And when the curiosity card comes in, it's all about starting new projects. And what they're saying to you is curiosity. If you're curious, if you've got an idea in your head and you're thinking, oh, I wonder if that would work, they're saying to you, yes, because you've got the yes card next to it. Now, even though the curiosity card is saying you should start a project related to something you're curious about, the fact that you've got it teamed up with a card that simply says, definitely yes, they're saying to you, they're telling you 100%, whatever ideas you've got, Aquarius, for this coming week, full steam ahead. No doubts whatsoever, full steam ahead, you've got it. Okay, so good luck, Aquarius. It sounds to me like you've got a very busy week ahead of you. Okay, next up is Pisces. So for Pisces, we're going to go with the emotion cards. These don't want to come out today. I think my cards have been a bit stubborn today. There we go, we got them. Okay, so first of all is we got criticism. Okay, so we got the criticism card is saying stop taking to heart what people are saying. Emotions are running high at the moment. Energy levels are running high at the moment. What they energy levels to what people are saying. So what they're saying is normally you would react to something in a lot more of a chilled out, mellow way than what you would deal with it now. Okay, so what's the word I'm looking for? Tolerance levels, that's what I'm looking for. Tolerance levels are not what they normally are for Pisces right now. Okay, so what they're saying is you're on a very, very thin line with your emotions. So for Pisces out there this coming week, just take a breather. Okay, rather than reacting to a situation straight away, take a step back, go into another room, go outside, do something else, but take yourself out of the equation. Okay, what they're saying here is if someone's criticizing, you are your own worst critic. Okay, so someone's criticizing you, or you feel like they're criticizing you, that is going to blow up 100 times bigger than what it actually is. Someone could say something just off the cuff, like, oh, you know, your hair's sticking up today, and because you're so critical of yourself, that's going to blow up massively to the point that you don't want hair anymore. You know, that's just a silly example, but what I'm saying is your critical card is there to say that no matter what's said to you this week, you're going to blow it up bigger than what they actually mean it. Okay, so they're just saying, you know, just take a step back, and take a breather. Your next card out is hope, and they're saying to you that the thing that's going to stop you from overreacting is hope that everything's going to work out okay and everything is going to settle itself back down. Okay, we've also got a marriage card coming in, and it's saying here, desire does not demand love before it traps you. So what they're saying here is it's your contractual card. So what they're saying to you is whether this bond you've got is a relationship bond, or whether it's a friendship bond, whatever it is, don't risk this bond being broken because your emotions are running far too high this coming week. Okay, so what they're saying to you is it's unconditional love. People around you, whether it's your family, your friends, you know, close colleagues, it's unconditional love. So they will still be there no matter how many times you lash out at them. But what they're saying is for you at the moment, your emotions are running that high, you are going to be lashing out at people closest to you. Okay, and they're just saying to you, try not to do that. because you don't want to be upsetting people close to you. Okay, so just take a step out, take a breather. Okay, so that was for Pisces. And last but not least, we've got Aries. So for Aries, I'm going to pull the tarot cards. I'm an Aries myself, so it'll be interesting to see what my week ahead is bringing. Oh, okay, lovely. So for Aries, first of all, we got Material Harvest. When this card comes in, it's saying it's a card of contentment. It's a card to say that for you Aries out there right now, it's like everything seems to be falling into place. So for the weeks you've had of uncertainty and, you know, how are things going to work out, and a bit of worry and a bit of stress, and are my loved ones okay? Is my family okay? They're saying to you, you're coming to a point now this coming week where you feel content. It's like, do you know what? Everything's okay. Family's okay, friends are okay, work's okay, everything is falling into place nicely. Your next card out is Material and Spiritual Prosperity. I love this card because how it depicts is you open the curtains in the morning, and like today, it's a little bit overcast today and a bit windy and a bit cold. And they're saying it doesn't matter, because no matter what the weather's doing outside, you open the curtains in the morning and it looks like a beautiful day. You notice all the positives in your life. So this coming week for Aries, you're going to notice all the positives in your life and not the negatives, which is great because the positives definitely outweigh the negative. Okay. And your next card out is Prosperity Beginning. Wonderful week for Aries, really pleased to say. Prosperity Beginning. Now this is deep-seated roots. When deep-seated roots come in, it's usually somebody's linked to your past, but they're saying to you it's got a fruitful tree. So what they're saying to you is friendships and partnerships and alliances. You know, deep-seated roots, hands together, forming a strong alliance to say, do you know what, you've done this not through yourself on your own, because you've got a strong force of support behind you. Okay. And at the start of all this whole crisis point, where we were all in an isolation lockdown situation, a lot of you Aries kind of felt that you were on your own. And they're saying to you now, you're realising that that wonderful support that has always been there, you've never had to access it because you're too stubborn and you're too proud. You didn't need it. And even though you didn't need it, it's just saying that it's really nice to see that support is still there for you this coming week, to sort of say, well, do you know what? It's always been there for me if I needed it. And that's what's driven you forward to absolute lovely prosperity coming this following week. Okay, so well done Aries, hang on in there. Absolutely fantastic week ahead for you, full of growth and prosperity and contentment. Okay, so that's it guys, that's everybody done for the week. I hope you enjoy these. Feel free to subscribe, and then you get a notification each week when they go up on the YouTube channel. Feel free to share them with your family and friends. The more people get to see them, the more people get free energy readings for the week ahead. Pop on over to the shop on Facebook. It's Heavenly Treasures Cannock. On there we've got online crystal sales and online incense sales, etc. We will be opening the shop shortly. I know I told you that last week. Just finishing up some projects that need to be finished before we can get the shop back open again. But we got some wonderful new lines coming in. I also do one-to-one readings, which can be arranged through my Facebook page and my shop page. So yeah, I hope you're all okay and stay safe, and I will catch you all again next week. Bye.